side. There you go. Just a little bit.
Good evening, honored guests, administrators, teachers, parents, mom and dad, and most importantly, class of 2013. A momentous and joyous occasion that will only happen once in our lifetimes. Graduation from high school. It seems as if it were just yesterday, where we, as scrawny freshmen, were desperately fighting with our lockers, trying to get them open. Now, a mere 4 years later, we stand here together, ready to begin a new chapter in each of our lives. While graduating from high school is a huge milestone, it is only a small step into our future. Each of us will travel a different, unique path, encountering obstacles and challenges. It is not enough to idly stand by, watching life roll past, though. To make the most of it, we need to embrace and savor every moment, learn from mistakes, and risk making new ones while moving in the direction that life offers each of us. My message to you: forge ahead and make the world a better place with the individual choices you make, and do so while staying true to yourself. While more than a bit anxious about what lies ahead, I'm also very excited by the endless possibilities of a future yet to be written and where our lives will lead us. Rather than simply get by in life, I implore you to put the best foot forward in everything you do and to aim for excellence. Most certainly, we wouldn't be here today, poised for what comes next without the unwavering support of some incredible human beings. So to my mom and dad, the two most important people I could always count on, and all the moms and dads, thank you for guiding us through thick and thin thus far. We will continue to count on you to be a powerful influence in our lives and do our best to make you all proud. It has been an honor to spend my middle and high school years here at Sleepy Hollow. Thank you for welcoming me with such open arms when I transitioned from the German school. I would not have wanted to spend my adolescence anywhere else. This is it, to a new beginning, not a goodbye, but merely a farewell until we meet again. Best of luck to the class of 2013. May all your futures be filled with happiness and success.
All of this way wired in all of us to pinpoint exactly what and where our home is. Everywhere you go, people ask where you're from, and you are expected to give an answer. Now, this can be hard for a lot of reasons. For one, sometimes your emotional home is not your physical home. Just because you live somewhere doesn't mean it is your home, and just because you don't live somewhere doesn't mean it isn't your home either. Now, this is not to say that Sleepy Hollow is not my home, because it is. But to say just this seems to demean how much this town, community, and all of you actually mean to me. I thought that it would be hard to wake up tomorrow and to face the realities of pending adulthood and farewells to life as we know it. Although I can't yet say for sure, I don't really think that it'll end up being all that hard. So whether you look back on high school in the same light as I do or not, I challenge you to consider what this community has done for us, because none of us would be the same people if it weren't for the rest of us. The reality is that this is not the last community that we will all ever live in. It is the responsibility of every one of us to bring this passion and accepting atmosphere and at least a little bit of Sleepy Hollow lingo to every subsequent community we're a part of. And finally, remember that no matter where we end up, this is where we started and this is who we started with.
In my 46 years in the field of education, you, the class of 2013 as a whole, are one of the finest groups of young people I have had the pleasure of working with. From our first homecoming dance to our last Spirit Week, I knew you were a special group of young people. I agonized over what words of wisdom I could give you. I do believe that everything we need to know we learned in kindergarten. But I have learned, as you will someday, that we grow best through our own experiences. So I would just like to share some suggestions with you. 1, be fearless, yet be humble. Be creative, yet persistent. 2, do what you love and work hard at it. Live a balanced life. 3, clean up your own mess and put things back where you found them. 4, say you are sorry when you hurt someone. 5, helping others is much more rewarding than helping yourself. 6, in a world that seems increasingly judgmental and cruel, be kind. Be kind to your friends, be kind to your family, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. I end with a quote that is one of my favorites. The longer I live, the more I realize that life is about attitude. It is more important than facts. It is more important than education, than money, than circumstances. It is more important than what other people think about you. The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens and 90% how we react to it. And so it is with you. You are in charge of your attitudes. Fly, class of 2013, reach for the sky. Never regret anything you do, but learn from it. I love you. Good luck.
I'm so proud of your growth. Okay, I'm proud of your growth, development, and achievement, and I'm genuinely honored to have worked with you. I can't imagine what September will be like without you, but I can't help but think what a treasure you will be wherever you are. I feel the following quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson best suits my class of 2013. What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. Each of you possesses the talent and fortitude to persevere and achieve success at whatever it is you seek to accomplish. You are the best class ever. There will never be another class like you, and it has been a privilege being your class advisor.
I have been privileged to hear you sing and play your instruments and to cheer at the sidelines at athletic events where you've shown opponents what it really means to be a horseman. I have observed you with delight, learning with your teachers how to solve problems, conduct experiments, debate current events, craft essays, speak new languages, produce films, and create images to express your deepest thoughts. I was walking by a field near my home the other night, thinking about what I would say to you tonight, when I was inspired by a gaggle of geese. The more I watched them, the more they reminded me of you. They were noisy and very social. They were a bit messy, but somehow figured out how to get their work done. They were clearly proud of who they were and didn't mind showing off to anyone who would take an interest in them. Seeing these geese preen and play was like watching you in the senior lounge every day. Thoroughly entertaining, but only part of the story. As each bird flaps its wings, it creates uplift for the birds that follow. The whole flock adds at least 70% more flying range than if each bird flew on their own. You too have shared a common direction and sense of community, and learned that by doing so, you can get where you're going quicker and be better prepared. Just like you, geese realize instinctively that ultimately success depends on working as a team, taking turns doing the hard tasks, and sharing leadership. Take what you've learned here and make it count. The world needs what you have to give it. So on behalf of the faculty and staff here at Sleepy Hollow, I wish each of you happiness and a productive life. I wish you the respect of those around you and the love and support of family and good friends. We will truly miss you. We can't wait to hear about where you go and what you do. And as Natalie said so eloquently before, always remember where your home is and where you started. We love you.
Anyhow, welcome y bienvenidos. Para ellos que hablan español, soy muy orgulloso de estos estudiantes. I feel a special connection to this class in that your first rose ceremony was my first rose ceremony, and your last rose ceremony was my last rose ceremony. And as the inevitable waves of nostalgia began to ripple through me, I got to thinking back on my high school graduation, wondering perhaps if I could draw upon some inspiration from the words of my superintendent. But in a sobering flash of present-day reality, I discovered that beyond the general recollection that there were caps and gowns involved at the event, I had absolutely no memory of what he may have said. So here I stand, with no illusions that you'll remember anything I say, but nonetheless determined to say a few things anyway. A writer named Neil Donald Walsh said that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Someone else once said, a ship in a harbor is safe. But that is not what a ship is built for. I started looking up quotes about comfort zones when it occurred to me that the best things that have happened in my life have resulted from pushing beyond the boundaries of my comfort zone. Some of you may have already experienced venturing beyond your comfort zone, perhaps to take a more challenging course or to participate in a sport or club or maybe to go to your first sleepaway camp. But all of you face that prospect now, because a consequence of being a high school graduate is that you are no longer entitled to spend your days availing yourselves of a free education. Whatever happens next will be because you did something to make it happen. When two members of a Zulu tribe in Africa pass each other, one of them looks the other in the eyes and says, Sawubona. The other looks back and says, Jinkona. The first word means, I see you. And the second word means, I am here. So here's a simple way you can help create a comfort zone for others. Take the real legend of Sleepy Hollow with you wherever you go. When you approach someone, be the first one to smile and say hello. Let them know from looking into your eyes that what you are really doing is saying Sawubona. You might just make their day. Congratulations.